Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk About It, Jen. I have the beautiful Sid here with me, and she is with the Tiny Theater, and she is doing amazing things, y'all. I met this lovely young lady on Instagram, and she was just like, hey, I want to be on your show. So I said, hey, come on, let's go. So, Sydney, let everybody know who you are and what you do, darling, and where you're from.
Cool. So, hey everyone, my name is Sid. Um, I was born in DC, but I was raised in Atlanta, so I'm an ATL person.
Okay, ATL in the
Yeah.
house.
Um, yeah, and I started the Tiny Theater Company in 2018 because when I graduated, I went to college to be an actor, but I went to a predominantly white college.
Okay.
So, in my experience, we learn where we aren't placed. So when
Gotcha.
I graduated, I noticed the same thing happening in Atlanta theater.
Mhm.
Um, so I wanted to just create a space where Black people could act and perform, but not necessarily play the stereotypical roles.
Gotcha.
Like I wanted to see creative, just more creativity in Black entertainment. So I
Absolutely.
typed in Google cheap studio spaces and so on and so forth.
Gotcha. So hence the name Tiny Theater, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a 250 square foot room.
What?
And I built a little stage in there. My mom, she sewed some curtains and I just started producing in there, you know.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, I love it. Absolutely love it. I've looked at some of your work, and let me tell you, when you said that you wanted to do something different and kind of see us as a Black community in a different light, you meant that. It is absolutely beautiful. So before we get into all of that, let everybody know how they can look at your stuff, because I know it's on Instagram, but do you have like a website or anything like that?
So right now I have the thetinytheatercompany.com,
Okay.
theater ER, and I'm looking to start getting like my movies streamed. So right
Gotcha.
now, I've also only been up and running for 3 years, and it's just me. Like I just
Mhm.
kind of go on like impulse and ideas. Um,
Gotcha.
but my idea is to have the movie streaming online. Okay, I'm getting to your question. Hamlet is streaming online at rollcall.com. It's in the link in my bio on Instagram.
Okay.
And then Othello, I don't know how it's going to be online yet, but it will be. It'll be at
Gotcha.
the Alliance Theater in Atlanta in August.
Nice. Well, congratulations. And hey, y'all, just want to let y'all know today is her birthday and she just turned 27. Oh, power to the 27. I remember my 27 year. Okay, but anyway.
About
But
that.
so, yes. Oh my gosh. If I could go back. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about, why you wanted to do something like this. Theater is something that I hate to say that we really don't get into, which we should get more into it because it is such a beautiful thing. What made you want to do something like this?
Um, I'll say I started acting when I was 10. And I ensemble family. I always wanted, to have a big family and stuff. So I think the more
Mhm.
like the deeper, if we want to get deep, that's probably the reason I kind of got into theater. And
Yeah,
is because if you're the black sheep of the family, you can go somewhere and you feel, community and ensemble.
gotcha. Yeah.
Um, in a more surface sense, I like to act. I like to make people laugh, and I'm very creative. I don't like to sit
Mhm.
still too long. So because I couldn't, there weren't many opportunities for me. I just kind of was like, well, I'm going to do it myself. And I'm one of
Mhm.
the kids. I'm a Capricorn, so
Oh, come on, Capricorn. Yes, me too, girl.
yeah, tell me I can't do nothing because I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, right. Hey, don't tell us. I'm trying to tell you. Woo.
Do it. So yeah, theater. It's a very healing space.
Yeah.
It's kinesthetic. It's intimate, especially for Black people, especially for Black women, Black men, being touched in a certain way, um,
Right.
relearning how to stand tall,
Hmm.
all the things they've kind of stripped away from us, and just kind of putting that, slowly and methodically putting that back into us, putting that back into our
Right.
community, um,
Absolutely.
through Shakespeare right now.
Gotcha. Okay, so tell me which production was your favorite to do?
I gotta say Hamlet right now. But now I'm like, I don't know, Othello, and I haven't even done Othello, but I like
Yeah.
because the script is better and it's gonna be bigger this time.
Mm-hmm.
But Hamlet, I gotta say, but it'll probably be Othello next.
Gotcha. So I know that you add your flavor to you added your flavor to Hamlet. I know Othello is probably going to be amazing. But what can the viewers look for in Othello that they didn't see in Hamlet?
Okay, cool. So in Othello, it's gonna be a little bit longer. It's gonna be way more horrific. All right.
Okay.
It's set in the HBCU frat, the fraternity. So we're gonna talk
Oh,
about, just that culture. We are gonna
yeah.
touch on rape culture. I would say Hamlet was probably more for our PG-13 and up.
Okay.
So definitely come. I want my audience to feel a little scared. It's gonna be. I'm filming it, directing it like a horror piece.
Okay.
It's gonna be a live orchestra. I want to touch. Gonna be talking drums. I want to touch our
Gotcha.
souls,
Okay.
and then just black bodies on
Yes.
on stage.
I love it. Do it for the culture. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So tell me a little bit about your journey into, creating this amazing space. What were some of the hard parts for you to get through to kind of get you to where you are now that you've overcome?
Okay, so I think my journey again. I started. I typed in Google cheap studio spaces. I found one for $500 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and I was living at home, so all the money from my job I could afford to just put into this studio.
Right.
Um, I produced 3 events: Safe Space, which is a music festival. I produced some comedy nights, and then Safe Space, because the space was so small, I got evicted. So that was my
Mm.
first, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I put so much work into this, and now this guy is telling me just to get out. Um,
Wow.
and that was before Romeo and Juliet was supposed to go into rehearsals,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started rehearsing at my home. Um, and I'm gonna like give you the short version. A lot of it is just like faith. A lot of it is like I don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna still go. I do believe in the God and Holy Spirit and all that stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Walking, taking steps, and not knowing if.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But the step's always there, and the step is always bigger and more sturdier and
hmm
more than I would ever imagine. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely necessary. And a lot of people told me like, don't expect anybody to come to your shows. You're a new theater company, but we pack the house every time. Romeo and Juliet, we leave
Wow.
the house 3 nights, 4 shows.
That's awesome.
Black people too, come in the theater, come in to see Shakespeare.
Wow.
And so that's I'm like, we need it. We're hungry for it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love to hear that. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Really. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what advice would you give to somebody that's, trying to get in theater that really doesn't know exactly where to go to get where you are pretty much? What advice would you give to them?
Um, don't be afraid of your fear. And that
Mhm.
just came into my mind because maybe I should also work on that presently. Don't be afraid of your fear. Um, and a lot of times when things seem impossible, I think that is again an opportunity to just push past it and just see how possible things actually are and
Right.
power of our voices.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about manifestations.
Mm-hmm.
Think about your goals. Like if you want to do that company, talk about that.
Right. Right.
you know, talk about wanting to pay your actors every 2 weeks. Just talk about it. And then don't take no for an answer. Nobody can tell you no except the Lord.
Right. Amen.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right, y'all. Do not accept no for an answer. I love it. Absolutely love it. So before we go, I have to ask this question because I know that there are, people out there that really need a push, really need motivation to do what it is that they've been created to do. They just don't know how to do it.
Mhm.
What is $1 million nugget that you would give to someone that is in the theater industry?
breathe.
Just that simple.
Yeah.
Just
And
breathe.
yeah, breathe and do less. Like you're perfect at zero. And if,
Wow.
especially if you want to be an actor, just breathe.
Wow. That listen, simple but profound. I'm telling you. I mean, we overthink
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. And if we just kind of calm down, just woosah
We
and
don't
just
perform so much.
yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's simple, straight to the point. Just breathe. It's gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I needed that for myself. Like for real.
I feel that.
Oh my gosh. But yes, I absolutely love the fact that I got to talk to you because I think it's amazing that you're literally starting from the bottom and you're gonna be like, we're gonna see you all over the place, girl. I can feel it. I feel it in my spirit. So I'm excited that you were able to be on my show and we're gonna see you do great things. I'm this is not my last time talking to you. Just know that.
Great.
It's not my last time talking to you. So just be prepared, okay? But I do want to give you an opportunity to let everybody know how they can get in touch with you. I know you gave, your Instagram and your website, but is there any other way that they can contact you? Whether they, want to be a part of one of your shows or connect with you, how can we get in touch with you?
Yeah, I would say Instagram is probably your best bet. Tiny Theater Company, theater with an ER. My email is also thetinytheatercompany@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you want my number, you can DM me in my email and I'll give it to you.
No, we're not gonna put the number out there. We don't want any creepers. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that.
I'm real chill, and I'm also I very rarely will turn anyone away, even people who audition. I'm like, if there's not a space for you here, there's a space for you here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say email, my website, and my Instagram.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time, darling. You're an absolute beautiful spirit. And I cannot wait to talk to you again because I know the next time I talk to you, girl, you're going to be in a high rise somewhere. And you're going to be like, girl, I got to get on a flight. I only got 15 minutes. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all make sure y'all support the Tiny Theater Company. She's doing great things. Sydney is she's doing great things. So y'all look out for her. She's gonna be directing, producing, all of that. So remember the name, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching. And hey, guess what? We just talked about it. Peace out.